This is ABC7 News at 5:30. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. The residents of a quiet Venice neighborhood are fed up with the noise coming from a nearby park. Venice police have known about these issues for years and are enhancing their presence to try to fix the problem. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is here with more on the story. Dwayne?
Well, Scott, they have known about these issues for a while, but eradicating all these violations is easier said than done.
Residents living next door to South Jetty Park in Venice are sounding off about all the noise.
You hear it and it wakes you up and you think, you know, what in the world is going on out there?
For Adele Bowen, it's a constant nuisance.
They come very fast up and down Tarpon Center Drive, and they go out onto the jetty, and at night they play games about zooming around to see how fast they can spin their cars around out there.
Venice Mayor John Hollick says this is a problem the city has tried to address for quite a while.
Whether it's speeding, whether it's open containers, drinking, relatively hard to catch someone when you get a call. By the time you get there, they're gone.
So, for the last few months, Venice police have beefed up bike patrols and plainclothes operations in the area, resulting in some citations and a few arrests. Hollick saying the department not only concentrating on enforcement, but education as well.
We don't want to arrest people. We don't want to issue tickets. We're not out there to do that. We're out there to make sure that everyone has an equal chance of having fun, and that's those that obey the law as well as those that right now might be stretching the law.
And although residents appreciate the efforts, they say these problems are ongoing.
We're at a point where we don't know what more we can do. However, we understand in the near future things will improve.
Now, due to many visitors being from out of town, Venice police have also disseminated information about rules and regulations throughout social media. Back to you.
All right, Dwayne, thank you. The mayor of New Orleans announcing today $13 million in settlements of lawsuits over deadly police shootings after Hurricane Katrina. At today's news conference, the mayor apologized to the victims' families and said he hopes their forgiveness will help the city find peace. The settlements involve 17 plaintiffs, and they resolved lawsuits over the deaths of 3 people who were killed in 2 police shootings after the 2005 hurricane, and a 4th person who was fatally beaten by an officer before the storm struck. Follow up now on the Florida woman accused of threatening the parent of a boy killed in the Sandy Hook school shooting. Lucy Richards allegedly made the threat because she thought the shooting was a hoax. Today in Fort Lauderdale federal court, she entered a not guilty plea and was barred from visiting websites that promote such false conspiracy theories. Richard was arrested on December 7th in Tampa on 4 felony counts of transmitting threats to Lenny Posner, the father of a 6-year-old boy who died in the 2012 mass shooting in Newtown, Connecticut. Others linked to the shooting have reported harassment by these conspiracy theorists. In Sarasota, 2 elections, school board and city commission, forbid candidates from identifying with a political party. But many say there's no such thing as a nonpartisan election. ABC7's Adam Cellini joins us now with more on how a recent school board vote might provoke party involvement in the next city election. Adam?
Yeah, well, Scott, earlier this year, the Democratic Party of Sarasota County helped a moderate Republican win the nonpartisan school board race, and now both parties are admitting they'll be pulling more strings this spring. State rules say parties can't endorse or contribute to candidates in a nonpartisan race, but many say the reality is parties will be involved no matter what, and likely with very little consequences. This was apparent in August during the school board race, and now Republicans are saying they'll be firing back in March during the city commission race.
We have tried to stay out of it, but we feel this year really we may have to be involved in support, and probably will be involved in support candidates.
I'm not going to do anything this time that we haven't done in the past, but I can tell you the election results from November have fired up a lot of Democrats.
Tonight on ABC7 at 7, a school board member and local campaign manager described the last few months from the inside and how the next few months could play out. Scott?
All right, Adam, thank you. The East Manatee Fire Rescue District now has a new leader. After nearly 14 years, Fire Chief Brian Teets is retiring. When he first joined the department, it only had 1 full-time employee and 1 fire station. Now it has 6 stations and more than 70 staff members. Deputy Chief Lee Whitehurst will take his place at the helm of the district that serves the fast-growing Lakewood Ranch area. After 80 years of serving Sarasota, a family business is closing its doors. Schroed Jewelers on Main Street in Sarasota has been selling engagement rings, anniversary, birthday, and holiday presents to customers since way back in 1936. Carl and Ethel Schroed first opened that business 8 decades ago. Their son Frank carried on the tradition, but now he says he's ready to retire and move on to other ventures.
I've been here a long time, raised my children here, and it is going to be a very difficult time in my life to say goodbye, because our customers are like family. They've always been like family, and I'm going to miss them very, very, very much.
Despite the difficulty of saying goodbyes to his customers, Schroed says he's looking forward to retirement in which he plans to travel and buy a small farm. We wish him well. All right, let's get another check on the weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Bob?
Beautiful evening here up and down the Sun Coast, albeit on the warm side. 78 degrees currently with a dew point at 71. Winds out of the west-northwest at 6 miles an hour, and the pressure is extremely high, 30-26. That continues to rise at this hour. And as far as the wind and fog forecast goes, for this evening, you can see this fogginess starting to roll on in late tonight and then getting out of here around 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow as those winds shift to a northeasterly direction. So it will again be a problem for us tomorrow. The cold air behind this front doesn't appear to have much of a chance to get all the way down into our area. It looks like it will stay to the north. That front itself is now slicing through right through central Florida. It continues to sag very slowly to the south right now, but by the time it gets to us, it will be modified, the air mass behind it completely. And so temperatures are not expected to go below average right through much of this week. But right now, increasing clouds, some heavier storms to the north of us now near that front. Just to the east of Ocala, approaching toward Daytona Beach, and places just to the west of Orlando. Orlando could see some showers in about an hour from now. We have 1 or 2 lone showers into eastern portions of Manatee and Sarasota counties. Those are pushing off toward the east at 10 miles an hour. Not much chance for rain near the coast. We'll keep a 20% chance in the mix for us tomorrow. Forecast tonight, calling for increasing high-level clouds anyway. Temperatures staying at 71 degrees by 11 o'clock tonight with that fog starting to develop. We'll have more in the forecast for the rest of this work week and into the holiday weekend coming up in a few minutes. Scott?
All right, Bob, thank you. Northport police officers and more than 24 businesses are working together to make the holidays brighter for 2 families who are battling cancer. The groups all took part in Operation Santa Surprise 2016. One family they helped, 27-year-old Chrissy Greco and her 3 kids. Greco was diagnosed with T-cell lymphoma cancer. She's undergoing chemotherapy and can't work right now. The officers, Quality TV, and other businesses purchased beds and dressers for the children, groceries, toys and bikes, a family portrait, and more. All the elves delivered the wrapped presents to their home, surprising Greco.
It means a lot. I didn't realize, people cared this much.
It's going to reduce their stress. They can focus on getting better rather than the stress of the day-to-day life.
Thank you all so much. So much. This means more than I could say.
I'm just going to keep going. I have to for my kids.
Dish Network is also setting up the family with TV content, and a local pest control company is caring for their yard. And another Northport family that was helped by the operation, the Sizemore family. 46-year-old Terry Sizemore has stage 4 pancreatic and lung cancer. He has 2 young children, 2 and 6-year-old boys who live with him, and an adult daughter and granddaughter who live in Michigan. Terry had never met. Well, thanks to Operation Santa Surprise, the police department and businesses flew the daughter and granddaughter to Northport. They also delivered toys for the kids, a new bed for Terry, groceries, a family dinner, and family portrait. Great job there in Northport. Some very happy families tonight. Still to come in your Suncoast News, shaking your way to a better weight, a look at whether a certain machine is a gimmick or has some serious health benefits. The story coming up.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Hey, I'm really glad that you're taking a few moments to check out this video about the ministry of First Sarasota, Downtown Baptist Church. I'm William Hill, lead pastor here at First Sarasota. For the last 15 years, it's been my privilege to share in the life of this faith community, a community that centers itself around faith, friends, and family. Indeed, it is a ministry that's been in existence right here in this wonderful city for over a century.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
Only Fiat gives you Italian engineering with a heavy dose of Suncoast style. So what are you waiting for? Hurry in for big savings during the Big Finish event going on now at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
You may have seen machines around town claiming bone-building benefits. Well, ABC7's Alex Redmond joins us now with why not all machines are equal when it comes to shaking your way to better health. Alex?
That's right, Scott. Whole body vibrations move over because micro-impact therapy is making strides in helping people build bones here on the Suncoast and beyond. Before you step up, consider this.
And how violent these machines can be if you don't have the right ones. Now, can you imagine what that does to your circulation?
Keith Fugelberg of Physical Therapy and Balance Center says it took years of research.
The amount of forces that they used were way too high, and I said, I wouldn't be comfortable using this on myself. I wouldn't use it on a patient because the G-forces were too high.
Causing retina detachment in some patients, says Fugelberg, adding Juvent technology offers the right frequency.
And also the right G-force, which is micro-impact between 0.3 and 0.4 Gs, which is actually less than the amount of force you get when you actually put your foot down on the ground, which is 1 G.
Juvent is exercise for the bone that has been clinically proven to promote bone growth and for many people help them in other areas of health that are related to skeletal health.
President of Juvent, Peter Simonson, invented and designed spinal implant systems for Medtronic, a global leader in medical technology.
Juvent benefits from 20 years of science with PhDs doing research and have figured out a way to safely give the bone its daily requirement of impact using micro-impact.
The Juvent micro-impact machine is FDA classified Class 1, that's for exercise, and there are 7 studies that tout the benefits of the machine, including one published in JAMA, Journal of the American Medical Association.
The study found in the patients using Juvent had an 11% increase in bone density compared to the users on a placebo, which had a 1% loss. In bone density numbers, this is an incredible result.
Other benefits, says Fugelberg, are when they have lower leg swelling.
That very rapidly it will start decreasing the edema and allowing them to actually do more exercises in the facility.
Juvent provides necessary impact that our bodies require, says Simonson.
We cannot be healthy without daily impact. Our body needs it.
Fugelberg says that Juvent decreases pain, which allows people that are immobilized by pain to get moving.
And Alex, are these machines only available at the physical centers?
No, they're actually popping up at a lot of places that have done their research, which includes Comfort Keepers and also Mind Spa right here in Sarasota. So they're coming to a lot of places right here in our community, and I think it's good because they do have the science and the research to back it up. You know, they have the study in JAMA, so it doesn't get any better.
Okay. Very interesting. Thank you, Alex. Now over to Bob for another look at our weather tonight. Bob?
Well, Scott, the record heat goes on here across west central Florida. Today's high in Lakeland, 87 degrees. That is a record, nearing 90 almost. And in Tampa, they also tied a record high today. We were close. I think just 1 degree shy of the record high temperature. And get a look at the satellite and radar imagery. There is some cold air. It's just to the north of us. In fact, temperature's already down in the 40s over the Panhandle and 50s there near Tallahassee. What we are looking at, though, is that cold air slowly sinking to the south. And by the time it reaches us, it's going to be modified considerably. So we don't expect a big drop in temperatures even when that front moves through, it looks like, and it won't move through very fast. Some showers in the eastern portions of our viewing area, heading off basically slowly to the east. And some high clouds starting to stream in. You see some of that off in the distance there behind this graphic right there. 78 degrees. The dew point extremely high. That's summer-like. 71-degree dew point is pretty typical for the summer months here. The humidity at 79%. Winds are to the west-northwest at 6. And the pressure now 30-26. And that is up there, and that continues to rise. The high today was 83, 1 degree shy of the record 84 set back in 1967. Look at their normal 73, low 70s, fairly typical for the month of December. And looks like that warmth will continue throughout much of this week. We're going to be above this number despite the presence of that cold front. Low this morning was 65. That's well above the average of 53. We'll be even a few degrees warmer than that tomorrow morning. So no need for jackets or sweaters. Just to look out for that fog. Could be a problem. No rainfall to report. So far now, we're now past 1/4 of an inch below average for the month. And not much rain anticipated with this front either, although they are getting quite a bit to the north of us near Gainesville and Ocala. Already had some pretty heavy showers there heading toward Orlando now and also Daytona Beach. There are those temperatures now dropped down to 35 in Pensacola, 48 in Tallahassee. These are dew point temperatures where we look to see where that front is located, where the temperatures really start to drop. And you can see that basically north of Orlando, still into the low 70s, the dew point temperatures, all the way down to Key West at 74, which is extremely moist. The actual temperature now 42, getting close to the 30s there in Pensacola. 60 in Jacksonville. It's 83, though, still warm in Orlando, and 82 now in Miami. So the heat goes on here. I mentioned Lakeland, 87. That was a record high. It's 87 still at this hour in Arcadia, 87 degrees in Punta Gorda, and into the mid to upper 70s right near the coast. The water temperature, which tends to cool things at night sometimes near the coast, actually keeping things a little bit warmer, I should say, during the daytime, but 74 degrees. Pretty warm right now. 70 degrees for a low tonight in Placida. That is summer like. 66 in Northport, 68 in Inglewood, and temperatures pretty much in the upper 60s up and down the coast from Inglewood all the way to Parrish and Braden and Anna Maria, even at 70 degrees. And the downside will be the fog, and it will be rather thick in some areas. We may need advisories. As far as the forecast goes for Tuesday, we'll see a little bit more cloudiness around once the fog burns off, even as a result of that front nearby. Temperatures, though, despite the clouds, will still go above average into the upper 70s. And as far as the forecast is concerned, all the cold air kind of staying to our north. There's no major winter storm right now, just a lot of cold air up there at present. For boaters, patchy fog, northeast winds at 10 knots. Seas will be 2 feet with a light chop. And the water temperature, again, 74 degrees. Tides upcoming on your screen, 11:36 for low tide. Sunrise will be at 7:16 and sunset at 5:40. Well, the forecast tonight calls for areas of fog developing, 20% chance for shower. 68 for your low. Tomorrow, fog around in the morning, still warm, 78 degrees, and northeast winds at 5 to 10. We will see a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day. And then the extended forecast, 20% chance for a shower Tuesday, slightly cooler tomorrow night. As you see, temperatures dropping down to 60, still above average, Scott. And then for Christmas Day, you got to look at that, 81 degrees. That's pretty warm. Back to you.
Keep the AC going, that's for sure. Thank you, Bob. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Traffic is backed up on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota in some areas there, both east and west. That's kind of close to US 41 before you get to Swift area. Now, Delta Airlines and Alaska Airlines are ending their partnership at the end of April. Customers will no longer be able to earn and redeem air miles on flights operated by the other carrier, and they will also no longer offer bookings on each other's flights. The relationship between Delta and Alaska was once one of the closest among U.S. airlines, but it's deteriorated in recent years, mostly because Delta has built up its hub in Seattle, which is Alaska Air's hometown. Super Mario Run has not been a boost for Nintendo. In fact, Nintendo's stock has been racing downhill since the release of the eagerly awaited smartphone game. Nintendo shares plunged more than 7% on the Tokyo Stock Exchange today. That brings its total decline to 11% since the game arrived on Apple's iPhones and iPads on Thursday. We're getting a sneak peek of a new self-driving minivan. These are pictures of Google's project to develop self-driving cars, which is now called Waymo. The Chrysler Pacifica vans have sensors on the corners and on the roof. Waymo has already tested early prototypes of these vans, including more than 200 hours in extreme weather. The company is currently testing 58 self-driving vehicles, including 24 SUVs. These vans will hit public roads sometime next year. Entertainment news is next.
A poodle butter dish. I'll use this. A chicken purse. It's so artsy. You're really good at giving gifts.
This holiday, give the perfect gift.
Perfect.
Flowers, always the perfect gift. Beneva Flowers and Gifts, exceeding your expectations.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WindGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WindGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
The year is winding down, and that means big savings during the Big Finish event going on now at Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Sarasota. Ram trucks are built tough to help you conquer whatever the day may throw your way with all the comfort you'd expect in a luxury vehicle. And right now, all 2016 quad cabs are over 20% off with new Ram trucks starting at just $19,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Sarasota.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
Mark Anthony and his wife are calling it quits. The Grammy Award-winning singer and 28-year-old Shannon DeLima announcing their divorce after a 2-year marriage. They say the split was a mutual decision. Word first broke out about it last month after Anthony created a stir by kissing ex-wife Jennifer Lopez on stage at the Latin Grammys. This was Anthony's third marriage. Another celebrity couple is breaking up. Rob Kardashian and Blac Chyna announcing their split on Instagram this weekend. The couple was supposed to get married next year and have a reality show on the E! Network called Rob and Chyna. Their baby special episode is set to air on Sunday. The popular girl group Fifth Harmony is now a foursome. The group announcing today that Camila Cabello has left the group and they wish her well. Fifth Harmony formed in 2012 after finishing in third place on the X Factor. They've released 2 albums and won several accolades, including Artist to Watch at the MTV Video Music Awards in 2014. The 4 remaining members say they will continue on as a group. The force is still strong with the Star Wars franchise. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, raked in $155 million in its opening weekend. That is the second best December opening ever, behind only Star Wars The Force Awakens last year. Rogue One is set before the events of the original 1977 Star Wars. After 3 weeks on top, Disney's Moana dropped to a distant second this weekend, followed by Office Christmas Party in third. You just can't beat Star Wars at the theater. All right, we'll be right back with more news and weather. Stay with us.